Very good afternoon, students. Moving to the seventh part of the fundamental concept. Last part, what I have taught, accrual basis, then started with also cash basis. What is the basic difference? In case of cash basis, we have to consider whether the expenditure or income has been paid or received in cash or not. In which financial year it is relating to, that will not be the matter of consideration. This what? In 2020 and 2021, if this is my financial year, then in this financial year I can take the income and expenditure of any year. Means either it can be of previous year or it can be of upcoming year. So suppose expenditure of 2019 and 2020, if it is paid in the year of 2020-2021, that will be taken into account. That will be taken into account under the cash basis, because cash basis, the financial year should not be the matter of consideration. The consideration is in which year the income received and expenditure paid. Though it is a previous year expenditure. Okay, but the thing is suppose the income tax of 2019 and income tax, sorry, I am giving any example. Write down the wage of 2019 and 2020 paid in 2020-2021. As it is paid in 2020-21, either in cash or in check or through net transfer, whatever the mode are there, always we are not depending on the cash. If the payment has been made, that is fine. Whether it is relating to this financial year or not, that is not the matter of consideration. So under cash, this is what is coming. It is coming, the previous year will be considered or the advance year. What is the advance year? Advance year is 2021, 2022 is the advance year. Suppose the wages of 2020, 2021, 2022 amounting rupees 6,000 paid in the year of 2020-2021. Although it is not related to this year, but as it is paid in this year, so it will be taken into account. So when we are doing the sum under cash basis, we have to see whether the cash or whether the payment has been made in the financial year or not. If it is relating to previous year or it is relating to the upcoming year, that is not the matter of consideration. Which year it has been realized or which year it has been paid, and that year it should be accounted for. But cash, that's why the cash book is not at all, a cash basis is not at all the logical basis of accounting, because cash basis, what is happening, it is including different type of years. But whereas the accrual basis only consider the financial year. If the expenditure and income matches with the financial year, then it will be taken into consideration. Whether it is paid in that year, that will not be taken into consideration. Means that when it is year of occurrence, means which year the income generated, which year the expenditure incurred. Incurred and paid is a different word. Incurred means generated. We can say the word generated, and paid means paid in cash or any different mode. So when we are doing any accounting on accrual basis, we have to see that the expenditure or income is relating to that financial year or not. And when we are doing the sum under cash basis, we don't have to consider that what is our financial year. We have to see that in the particular financial year here whether the income and expenditure of the previous year or the upcoming year has been paid or received or not. I am giving some illustration so that the matter will get more clear. It will be get clear. Just a minute. See here. What I am telling, total subscription, you can please do it in the copy. Total subscription is 8,000. Subscription means one type of receipt. Okay. Total subscription received in cash, which is our year. Our financial year according to the sum is 2018 and 19. Now what is happening? It is what given in the sum, the total receipt of subscription in cash is 8,000. Now I have to find out how much subscription has been received by the firm under accrual basis in the same financial year 2018 and 19. Now see what are the information given. The subscription relating to 2017, what are the information? See, second information, 2017-18 of rupees 2,000 or 200 received. What is the next information given? Subscription relating to 2,200 of the financial year 17-18. What is our financial year? 18-19. So this income is not relating to our financial year 18-19, but this subscription includes this 200. 8,000 is the total subscription received in cash, which includes the subscription of 200 of our previous year 17 and 18. So this will be deducted. It is not of the subscription of this year. So what is coming? Next one. Subscription of 1920 of rupees 700 received. Here what happened? We have received 700 subscription of our upcoming financial year 1920 in the year of 18 and 19. Accounting year doesn't matches, so this will also be deducted. We will see that whether the income or expenditure matches with our particular financial year given in the sums or not under accrual basis. So what is coming? Clear. So total subscription received in cash during the financial year 18 and 19 is 8,000. But we have to find out how much subscription received under accrual basis. What I have said, in accrual basis, we have to consider our financial year, whether the income, all the income matches with this financial year or not. First one is not matching because it is the income of the previous year received in this year, which has been included in 8,000. So it should be deducted. Next one, 1920 700 versus the upcoming year received in 700. So that will be deducted. Next, subscription of 18 and 19 of 500 received. Okay, so what happened? The subscription of the 500 received of 18 and 19 means if this 500 is already been added with this, so there will be no transaction, we don't have to do any adjustment because this is already added with this. Clear? So there will be no adjustment for subscription of 18 and 19 500 received. So what is our balance coming? 6900. Okay. I am continuing with the sum. Total balance is 6900. Now, what is the next information? Outstanding subscription of 1819, that is 1000. Means, what is our financial year? 1819. And the subscription is also relating to the year 1000. Whether subscription has been received still yet? No. Means it is this year subscription but still yet not received. But as it is generated, as this has been generated in this year, so as per the matching concept, it should be the part of this year's subscription, whether it has been received or not. So this type of subscription, the subscription due but not received, is called accrued subscription. You can write down in your copy. Subscription of this year 18 and 19 not received in the year of 18-19. Not received, no problem. But as it has been generated in this year, this is the income of this year, which is not included in rupees 8,000, which has been received in cash, must be added. Am I clear? So what is coming? So what is the total? 7,000. So what we will write? The subscription as per accrual basis is 7,000. Again I am telling, under accrual basis we will see that whether the expenditure is relating or income is relating to that particular year or not. Here I have, whatever I have done, what we have done, if the income subscription initial balance was 8,000, from that what we have deducted? We have deducted the subscription of the previous year. Previous year subscription received in this year should be deducted from our main balance of 8,000. Next year subscription received in this year, it is not the income of this financial year 18 and 19 should be deducted. Now the subscription of 18 and 19 which has to be received but not yet received is the part of the subscription of 2018 and 19. It should be added with the balance. And the subscription of this year 500 received in this year will have no adjustment because it has already been adjusted with 8,000, because 8,000 includes the subscription has been received of this year. This fourth type of adjustment I have done. Please listen the class carefully. Whatever sum done in the book, please copy it down. It should be followed by